Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now, let's get into the video.
Hot take, but I think that ghosting is one of the cruelest things that you can do to people that care about you. And this might just be like a personal thing because I invest very deeply in the people that I care about. So if we're having a conversation or if there's something going on between us as far as like plans, events, whatever, and you just fall off the face of the earth, what happened? Did you die? Are you upset with me? Did I do something? Did somebody do something to you? Like, I don't know because we're not communicating. Like, there's obviously a lot of emotional levels to this type of shit. And I feel it is so easy to send somebody a text and say, hey, I'm not in a great headspace right now. Hey, XYZ happened. Hey, I got to get back to you in 5 days, whatever. Like, communication. Why do we not communicate?
Oh, I don't know, maybe because we're over, I can't stand to be around you anymore, so I'm gonna go do me. And in most cases, people who cared about each other, they don't just ghost. They either had a fight or they just grew apart. And yeah, sure, I get it, it sucks, but it does happen. And after that point, there's nothing more to communicate.
Am I the only one that is just not interested in dating at this point? Like, there's not one part of me that wants to go out with literally anyone. Like, anyone. And I'm kind of hoping maybe like I'll want to eventually, but I'm just not in a space of wanting that. And do you know how hard it is to like explain that to people? Because like I've been single for a little while and I should go on dates, but I'm just not interested. And then telling people that are like, you've been friendly with and they know you've also been single for a while and they're like, "Oh, well, let's just go out casually, like, it'll be chill." Like, no. I don't want to. But then I don't want to come across like, a complete bitch. So what I've been saying is that I'm seeing someone, and who is someone? I don't know. They definitely don't know that. You might eventually see someone.
Or like not, since you're not dating anyone and you're not interested in dating anyone. So why not just telling them that instead of lying to me on TikTok? I even though there's that many people asking you if you're dating anyone, but if anyone asks, just tell them. Be honest. I'm like not interested in dating. Cause to be honest, I like really don't care. This is like romantic comedies for single women who can't get anyone. Well, it's a comedy because it makes me laugh, but we even have the Call Her Daddy podcast as an example. She built that entire podcast lying to women that she's single and she pretty much hates men but only sleeps with them. And you can imagine the shock and horror in the comments she got when they found out she was in fact engaged.
I remembered how delusional I was after a date once, and in all honesty, I wasn't being delusional because it did go really well. And this guy had been in my life for a while, and I was thinking, yeah, of course it's him. Like, he's been there the whole time. The tarot readers have been telling me about this. Like, he matches the description, and it was a second date, and he held my hand, and then kissed me and was just being so gentlemanly and just like, all the right things. So I was walking back to the tube just so jolly and my heart was full and I was thinking, I am entering my love era and no one can stop me. Like, this is the best thing ever. Like, so in love, and thought I'm going to get home and not message first because I want to see like how much he wants me. So he never messaged. But yeah, I just like to think of that time when I was just delusional because I think bless her. Just bless her. Yeah. Now I just go to therapy.
Well, good for you. I'm sure that helps because I mean, after listening to you, of course it does. But let me make sure I got this right. Unlike before with your tarot card reader, you're now paying someone else to listen to your gibberish once a week and telling you what you want to hear. What a shame neither your therapist or your tarot card reader told you from before that guy is not for you. Maybe you should try people who read in coffee or people who have a crystal bowl next.
So I was recently talking to a friend of mine who's a man dating in his 40s, and I was asking him, what it's like to be out, what type of women he's looking for, and what he's encountering in the dating world. He was telling me that he encounters a lot of women who see men for their potential and their possibility as opposed to who they are at face value. And I was saying, well, what's wrong with that? Like, don't you want anyone that you're with to see your greatest potential, to see you as your best version of yourself and to help you achieve your goals and get where you're going? And he said, well, no, because then I'm always going to have to elevate myself. I'm always going to have to be this version of myself that she's expecting from me. She's going to want me to act a certain way, be a certain way. She's a woman with a whole full life who wants to be with someone who is at her level. And why would I do that when I could just find someone who cares less and will let me get away with my stuff? I was like, wait. So you would rather date a woman who doesn't hold you to any standard, doesn't encourage you to be a better version of yourself, doesn't have high expectations of you, doesn't really have any expectations of you, and you can act however you want and get away with it and not text her, be disrespectful, do whatever it is you do, and you'll get away with it. And you would rather do that than be with a woman who has a whole full life, who's encouraging you to be the best version of yourself. And he's like, yeah.
And that's how you know she never spoke to that guy, or if she did, that's not what he said. She not only said he's dating a woman who has a full life once, but twice. Unlike him, who in his 40s doesn't have a full life, because I guess men never do. They always need to rely on a woman who has a full life to push them to their fullest potential. When in his 40s, you have no right to step into his life and decide where he's at is not good enough for you.
I'm cheating on my husband, and I finally have the balls to tell the world. I told him, and of course, you know, he didn't handle it how we would want him to handle it. But I mean, it's what, you know, he is expected to do. So anyways, I wanted to come on here to tell the whole story of how it all happened, what's going on, who it is, all of that.
Yeah, you slept with his friend, not much more to talk about. How it happened, not much more to talk about that either. You showed him who you are and who you've been all along. He didn't took it the way we expected him to. Whose way? You and his friend? And what exactly do you mean by that? How are you expecting him to take it? And you just gotta love how she framed it at the beginning. Sometimes the hardest lessons lead to the most growth. Here's my truth. There is no lesson to be learned there because you've learned nothing. There is no growth because you haven't grown. And there is no your truth. There's the truth, and that is you're a 304 who cheated on your husband.
Men only want one thing, and it's not money, it's not power, it's
appreciation.
So appreciate that morning wood if that's the only thing I want. And it's not that I don't care that much to learn from two different ladies what men want. It's quite easy when apparently I only want one thing. But with me being a man in the end, I probably have a pretty good idea.
I will say there is nothing quite like getting the ick from a chubby wine glass. Look at this. I want an Ozempic wine glass.
Yeah, I'm missing something for sure. I mean, not really, because she will be the type of person who will watch the Weather Channel so she can later complain they didn't play her favorite TV show.
Is there anyone else who's single who just can't be asked? I just can't be bothered. I can't even be bothered to have a conversation with someone via text. I can't be asked. And I'm just wondering if that is ever going to come back.
Hopefully not. Well, I mean, sure, you can't be bothered to talk to people via text. Well, how do you feel about sending a pigeon? I think what I'm trying to say is nobody cares. Nobody cares because you're not that important and it's no one's loss. I know you think it is, that's why you made this video, but it's not.
She's funny, she's pretty, and she's tall.
Okay. How long would you wait before sleeping with a guy?
I don't know, a week?
A week?
Like 3 or 4 dates.
3 or 4
Depends
days.
how long you've known them.
Okay.
I would say a bit longer.
Yeah.
I'd say like a couple weeks, like 3 maybe. If you're like dating, like, yeah.
How should a guy approach you?
Just say hi. Hi, you look good. What's your name?
I'll forget your name in the morning anyway. I'm more interested in what the one in the white shirt said. She's gonna have you wait for 3 weeks if you're dating. So then just don't be interested in dating her and get it over with.
You have beautiful eyes.
Get off
my face!
Alright, this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.